What is happening, Adventure Nation? We're about to leave Quartzsite, but we got to talk about that for just a little bit. This is the Motorhome Experiment. So we're about to leave Quartzsite, but the videos that I did over the last few days is kind of a mess. So we got to do some talking about what happened and try to fit that in. And then we ended this video yesterday, which we'll talk about later on, but just kind of a mess.
It's just a mess, but it's just wanted to show a little bit of what's Quartzsite about. But I mean, we have a lot of fun. We just kind of like forget about filming here. We were with friends.
Yeah, very fragmented and weird, but you know, we're gonna try and make that work. But we're gonna jump in the RV here, start to roll down the road, and we'll talk to you guys a little bit about Quartzsite. Ready to roll?
Let's go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Camp Buchanan.
Camp Buchanan. Yeah, that was awesome. They let us stay here. Let's roll. We certainly are going to miss our home behind the red dumpsters. See you guys. Saying goodbye to Brian and Lori. We had a blast.
We really had a good time.
Now, we will say that this was our first time in Quartzsite really as participants. We had come a couple of years ago when we bought our coach just to check it out, but came in for the day.
Just half day, yeah. Pretty much.
So this one was pretty much, well, we were going to stay for 2 or 3 days. It wound up being a week and a half.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it was just going to be a roll through here and just check things out very quick, meet with people, and it wound up actually being an excellent, awesome social environment. Everybody's so laid back and so happy that it was just so nice to be around that. So we stay a little bit longer probably than we should.
It was like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can never leave. Yeah, it was like that. So we did go the very first day. We just went over, wandered through the tent, kind of uneventful. So this is the official first day here at Quartzsite of the big tent and some of the stuff going on. So we're gonna go in and check it out. It should be fun.
Wow, there's a lot of people here.
A lot of people have that same idea today.
As our first time here, we really had no clue where to stay. Like, we literally didn't know where to park, where things are. And we have here Lori and Brian and from Canada. We met in Canada, Niagara Falls, and they have already been here, and they told us, hey, we're in a place where it's close enough to the tent that we can walk, and also it's $40 for 14 days, but you have free dump and free water. So for us, that make a big deal, because if you're gonna stay for a long time here, even though we were only expecting to be here for 3 days, we still knew we needed water and we needed to dump.
This is what, January 22nd, 3rd? You know me in dates. I think it's 2018 now, pretty sure. Where we are staying at La Posa West, you dump down at La Posa South. So this is the dump station line. See people there are starting to line up now. I got to move forward. This is Brian and Lori here from Canada, and we're all lined up for the dump station. Welcome to Quartzsite. This is how it works in this particular area, and the dump station is free with your $40 14-day permit, which is pretty good. We almost made it up to the front of the line. Lori's driving. We're right here at the dump station, and we decided that we'd throw in a quick shower. So we both jumped in the shower quick, got rid of the rest of the water so we can do a complete dump of the tanks, and worked out nicely.
Yeah,
I think that I used the last of the water.
That's a first, showering in the dump station line.
Yeah.
That's a first.
That would be interesting to know if anybody else has showered while waiting for the dump station. So
And we run out of water while showering, like at the very end.
So we're out of propane, we're out of water, tanks are full. Perfect timing. These here are the water fill stations. There's essentially 8. We're pulling out of one here that's got 2. Brian is there in 2. And then there's 2 over there where the little Class C is. 2 more over there where the pickup truck is. Not very busy right now, but by the line at the dump station, we got out of here about the right time, or got in here about the right time. We'll show you the line here in just a second. These are all the folks waiting to dump tanks now. When we got in line, we were the 5th in line, 5th or 6th. And now you can see that it is pretty busy. And I would say the people at the back of this line are looking at easily an hour and a half, probably, to dump. If you are not good with lines, like most of you know I am not, Quartzsite is not the place for you. Because there's lines literally for everything. There's lines for food, there's lines for obviously the dump station earlier, and there's lines for propane. Check this out. And that's actually one of the smaller lines that we found for propane. We were gonna go down to this place called the RV Pit Stop, and there was about, oh, I don't know, 10 or 15 coaches in line for that, so we skipped it. We thought it was gonna be more crowded here closer to town, but it turned out, it seemed to us that it seemed more crowded the further away you got out of town. And even though it was free, you had to come into town to dump, and you had to come into town for water, so this worked out great.
Coming to town and try to park. I mean, there is, in the first days of tent, there is no parking whatsoever. So where we were able to bicycle and to walk to the tent. So that was pretty good, pretty amazing.
Yep.
By the way, where we stay is in La Posa West. I'm talking about where we stay, but it's called La Posa West. You cannot find it on Google Maps, but it's just, what, half a mile south of the big tent.
Yep. I went one time with traveling Robert. That was kind of cool. We hung out down there and wandered around. So we got Robert filming him, filming me, filming this. We're gonna head over to the tent. Yeah, when YouTubers get together, it's always weird. There's like cameras everywhere. And we're gonna walk over to the tent and see what trouble we can't get into over there. I've actually got to pick up a starter for a generator, so.
I just want to see what it's like. Never been there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the reason I came. That's the reason I drove. I don't know how many thousand miles in 5 days.
This guy, 5.5 days, drove from the Tampa RV show here to Quartzsite. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So Robert and I are arriving at the show. You can see it is the last weekend, so pretty busy here. Packed parking lot.
Luckily, we're at the walking distance.
Yep. I don't have any hands left to push buttons. Hey guys.
Oh, we know you. Faithfully watching.
Hi there. How are you? Let me put down the boxes so I can say hello. Because we were so close to town, we also got to attend some seminars and go see some stuff on solar and batteries and all that, which was really, really cool. So Brian and I did that while the girls hung back at the camp, so that was cool. You know, part of what makes Quartzsite is they have seminars on solar and power and RVing and all that kind of stuff. And this morning, Brian and I are going to get our solar learning on. I actually think it's about inverters, right? Inverters specifically inverters. Don, the inverter guy from Xantrex, I think they actually call him the Tech Doc. It's a beautiful day here. It's supposed to be mid-70s in Quartzsite, so that's awesome. All right, we just come out of the tent here where Ryan from Blue Sky was explaining all of the toys and tools that Blue Sky Energy has, and now he's going to hook up a panel here and show us how all this stuff works. So this will be interesting. I know just enough about this stuff to be dangerous, just to burn the RV to the ground. That's about it. We also had some generator issues that we thought was one thing and turned out to be another.
Oh my God, I felt like we're like living back on the caveman era because I cannot do anything. I mean, literally we have no power. We still have no solar. We had no generator.
We've got a Awning generator here that's not playing well while we're in Quartzsite. This would be so much easier if this was on a tray that slid out. Unfortunately, it does not. So we're going to take a little jack here, some beat up pieces of wood, and yes, we're gonna put this down underneath, come up underneath the generator, and then we're gonna drop this bad boy down, and we're gonna change out a starter. So, just so that you guys can hear this, you can hear that the solenoid is not kicking up. It could be just replacing a solenoid, but the starter is cheap enough on this. So if you ever get into this situation, it is a starter. We've got plenty of power. The thing's engaging. It's just not turning over. So don't any comments about check the ground and do all that kind of stuff, because that's not the problem. You guys ready to do this?
Let's do her.
Let's get it done.
All right, get her done. And you know, we picked a nice clean spot to do it. Figured if you're gonna do it, you might as well lay down in the desert in the dirt and fix your stuff. So this is technically the first major thing that we've had go wrong with the coach, which is actually pretty amazing. So that's not so bad. Have you done this before, Brian?
No.
Okay. George, have you done this before?
Never.
No. Me neither. This should be good. Hey girls, remember to tell 911 if there's any blood. All right, cool. Girls are on post. Brian's loosening that up now, and it hasn't fallen on our heads yet, so that's a good thing. But anything can happen here now in a second. All right, we're about to take this thing down, so I want to roll the camera just in case it falls on my head. Making some weird noises, but I don't see anything breaking. We're gonna lift the top off, and hopefully we'll get access to the starter, which should be in that back corner over there. At least that's the plan. We've got the bolts out in there. Go ahead, Brian. Let's see if you can yank that son of a gun out of there. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna get out from underneath here, and then we're gonna head over to the RV place. And we're gonna see if we can't get ourselves a new part, but we're gonna test the starter first to see if it's starter or solenoid. Okay, and now this thing is working like it should. All right, we've made it back over here to the tent, picking up our starter for the Awning generator here at Awning and Cummins. So we might get this generator back up and running today. That'd be good. Just to let you guys know, the guys here at Awning just hooked you up. So we're gonna have some cool giveaways here in the next little while. Got some Cummins swag, so you can thank these guys when we get this stuff out to you. Cool. All right, we've been running around like madmen here in Quartzsite trying to find an Awning starter, and not happening. So we're heading back to the RV dejected and beaten. But we've got one on order. It'll be here on Friday. So we're gonna go back and do a little grease job on the old one and see if we can get that working at least for the next couple of days, so we're not without power in the desert. And an unhappy wife because she can't run anything.
72 hours later.
All right, we are back at the generator again. Now we've got Kevin on the outside. We've got Brian back down underneath. Went and picked up the starter earlier today. We were over there with Traveling Robert. And yep, that looks like a brand new starter, and that should be good. I gotta park next to Brian a lot more because, you know, this thing is almost installing itself.
From your side.
Oh man, I really appreciate it. The old starter is out. New starter's going in. We'll be in test mode here in about 5 to 10 minutes. We've got the plugs out of this. We're gonna do a quick test of the starter system. This button right here will tell us whether or not we're gonna crank the motor over, and survey says, dude.
Did it engage?
No, that's the same thing the old one's doing.
Uh-oh.
How is that even possible, Brian? It's a brand new starter, brand new solenoid. The only other thing, Brian, is the flywheel's toast.
Yep.
We're gonna have to pull the starter out of there and get the mirror out and see if we can get a look down at the gear. All right, Brian, we've got some bad news here, don't we?
We don't have any good news,
We
Paul.
do not have good news. So what we thought was the starter and just maybe a weak Bendix, turns out that the flywheel is completely jacked up and it's loose because the new starter did the exact same thing, stuck our fingers down in there. Actually, Brian stuck his fingers in there. I didn't want to hurt myself. And the flywheel's loose. So this son of a gun has got to come out of here, and then we'll have to see what happens after that. So stay tuned. We got this like wicked weird little rig sitting here. We've got to figure out how this is all going to work here in a minute to get this on the ground, but we got to have at it. The generator's almost down on the ground. Yeah, barely any blood, so that's a good sign always. And we'll have this bad boy out of here in just a little bit. The sun is going to be down before we have this completely out, and we have no idea what we're doing with it yet once we get it out. So this will be interesting, but
Not good, Paul.
Thank you, gentlemen. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look down in here, and you can see the flywheel down there is broken. And let's push down here on the flashlight. Yeah, it's just not good. Not good at all. We're gonna have to find an Awning dealer to deal with that, because that's not something that we're gonna be able to do here.
Luckily, the day that the generator went out, he had just bought solar panels, the typical, like the ones that you can point.
The Zamp suitcase?
Yes, and that saved our butt. That and George generator, he just loaned us a generator for 3 days.
Yeah, and that was part of the community. One of the guys next to us, George, had an extra small generator who loaned it to us, and it was absolutely amazing. So thank you, George and Jean. That was awesome. The Oliver is pulling out. It's time for them to leave. George, nice meeting you. We'll see ya. Oh,
Very sad.
Jean. Oh, happy trails, guys. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye. And just like that, they were gone.
Save our butts.
Save our butts. And we'll talk more about the solar stuff in another video, but we did get a solar suitcase, which was amazing, and we'll talk about the performance of that. And we did pick up 475 watt solar panels. We are going to be doing some install on that very, very soon, so that was pretty cool. All right, we really hadn't planned on doing solar while we were here in Quartzsite, but these guys are here, new to the kind of RV market, so we're gonna give them a shot, and then we'll let you guys know how this stuff works. We'll be installing it over the next, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks or a month. Actually, we're probably gonna install the panels. We're probably gonna install the panels today, but the rest of the system will get it up and running here very, very shortly. So it's NewPowa, NEWPOWA.com. So we're going to be getting you guys a coupon code, so you'll be able to get a discount on products if you buy through them. So that's good. One of the other really cool things that we got installed, which made Lorena a very happy camper.
Finally, after 2 years of having Freya and 1 year of full timing, this is something that I have been wanting for forever. It's a need. It was not a want. It was a need.
And that was the awning.
Yes.
We bicycled through. There's the big main tent, but there's like a small flea market kind of area as well with all kinds of other tents. And we bicycled through that area, saw the Shade Pro guys, and they said it would take 2 days to get the awning done, and it literally got installed the very, very next day.
Like they were making an estimate probably around 3 o'clock, like one day, and next day by 7 a.m. they were installing everything. So it was that quick. So that was pretty amazing. That was awesome customer service, totally pros in my opinion. So very happy about it.
Good morning. So this morning, gang, we're doing a little bit of upgrading to the old beast. Jared here from Shade Pro is going to help us along with that. So crack of dawn, just past 7:30 or so. So you notice Lori's not in the video yet because it's way too early for her. And we're going to get some awnings put on this bad boy. We're going to do a couple of window awnings on this side, or actually just one big window awning on this side. We're going to do a small window awning on the other side, and then a full awning as well, so you guys can stop asking why we don't have an awning. So today that all changes. So Jared here is with a company called Shade Pro, and we literally ordered this stuff yesterday and they're installing it today. I don't know if they do that all the time, but for the most part, everything is custom order. They cut the panels, the vinyl or acrylic, whatever it is, that everything is cut for you, made for you, so it fits your coach perfectly, and that's what we liked about it. Now, Jared, you're specifically in this part of the country, are you not?
The company is based out of San Diego. We service Western Arizona and Southern California. We also follow Good Sam FMCA shows. Do about 10 states a year.
Cool.
So
very
go
cool.
Out there, we interact with all the RVers, see what new products are out, what they want, and try and make it happen.
The sun has broke above the mountain, and Jared's saying 5 minutes, and we've got a new awning on here, so this should be cool.
I'm a part-time circus clown too.
Yeah. If you're squeamish about ladders, folks, you don't want to install awnings for a living. And one more piece in the center, and this bad boy is done. And that is the awning installed, and that was literally a 15-minute job or so for him. And this side is gonna look totally different here in just a little bit once Jared works his magic. The last you're gonna see of the naked side of the RV. All right, awning number 2 is up here, and Jared is gonna give us a little demo on the straps and stuff, which is pretty cool. Got to do the hook, and then we'll get to the cool part. And you guys know I'm easily amused, so you guys might not find it cool what I did. So Jared just mentioned a little fun fact here.
Opening of your hook facing towards the rear of the vehicle so you don't snag on anything while you're driving.
If your shade guy isn't installing your hooks facing backwards, then he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's a shady guy.
Shady guy. We put a little twist in the strap, keep it from vibrating in the night when you're trying to sleep. It's an old trucker trick.
Nice. Truckers have good tricks normally. It depends on what part of the country, and a trick could be a totally different thing.
Play on words
Yeah.
there.
What do you think, Lorena?
Looking good, looking good. Happy about the awning.
Yeah, finally, it's only taken you a year and a half to get them.
Yeah, close to 2.
So Jared, when you're getting ready to put a wire in, what are you looking for inside? Oh, look at this. Quick test on the battery.
Basically what we're looking for is we want to see the nearest way to wire it and the cleanest way to wire it. So if there's a cabinet directly behind the front arm, that's usually the best place to go because you can hide the wire. It doesn't even look like an aftermarket install.
So that shows you how little that motor needs to run. He just used the battery on his power tool, on his power drill, to open that awning up.
Over 12 volts will power this awning. You can, if you ever lose power to your coach, you can pull a car up and jumper it straight to a car battery.
All right, and at highway speeds, how far can I leave it out?
You know, it's just like in Back to the Future. If you reach 80 with the awning out, you go wherever you want.
All right. All right, Lori, how's it looking?
Good. Now it looks like an actual coach.
Oh, it didn't look like a coach before?
No, like an incomplete one. Now it's complete.
Oh, poor Freya. All right, folks, so we were changing plans. We were gonna come through here and put a switch down underneath here, but coming through was easier coming in behind the speaker, so we're gonna go ahead and drop the switch right there. It's not gonna hit the...
No, I can see you're outside the ring on it.
Okay, perfect. So as long as we know it's not gonna hit the speaker, then we're good to go, dude.
Awesome. Awesome.
We're easy to get along with. Well, I am, Lori, not so much, but I'm easy to get along with. We have shade, folks. You can see the aluminum cover up there. And you can see Lori's happy face.
Yes.
And now maybe one day I'll get the TPMS installed. We've only been carrying that around for a year and a half.
Another 6 months.
Maybe another 6 months. 2019. Don't want to rush into these things.
See, make sure we don't notice anything weird or unusual, or if there's any questions I can answer before I leave.
This is the Motorhome Experiment, Jared. Everything is weird and unusual.
Not my awning.
Not your awnings. All right, we've got the awning done. We've got the payment done. Jared's ready to go. Thank you so much, dude. That was awesome. Lori, are you happy?
I'm super happy.
You get to have the receipt.
And I mean, they're fantastic. They come same day to do your estimate, and the next day they install it. It was just so quick and easy. It was painless.
One of the things we talked to Jared about earlier is a lot of times when you're traveling full time, the painful part is, hey, we need to get this done. And they go, yeah, we can do that in 2 weeks. And you can't do that. These guys can really get you set up pretty quick, which is nice. And
usually next day or 2 days.
Next day. We got 2 hats. I don't know if you guys always get hats, but we got hats. So, but
every year we come out with a new hat. So that's the 2018 Quartzsite.
Wow, that's pretty crazy looking.
If you see them wearing those,
I don't know if you're gonna see me wearing that. that might be a little too much for me, but we might do the giveaway.
We're trying to design newer ones that are more form-fitting for us younger guys. So I'll let you know when we have those.
Yeah, plus if this isn't like super extra large, it won't fit my nugget. But Jared, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for everything.
Of course, throughout the weekend, we met amazing people. A lot of our viewers, which was really a lot of fun. We met some other YouTubers, which was fun. And we met these guys. Got to hang out with them for a little bit. That was cool.
Yeah, they were super cool, and I mean, we got a lot of inspiration about some of the hikes we did in Texas. It was because I saw their channel, I saw their hikes, and incented me to go full time and do this hike. So pretty amazing to go and get to meet them.
As we were saying earlier, we ended the video last night and started it today, so it's a little bit strange. And all of the stuff I shot, hopefully I can get it put together in something that made sense to you guys and show you a little bit about Quartzsite. But I think we'll talk about it again maybe in another video, or maybe we won't. Well, we were stopping here at Discount Solar because I wanted to pick up some screws for the roof to get the solar mounted. And I also wanted to buy a couple of fairly large AGM batteries, but as they've done here once already this week with their kind of lack of customer service, is they've irked me. So I am not going to buy anything else from Discount Solar. I was about to buy two 300 amp hour AGM batteries, probably the tune of $1,200 or more. I think they were $650. So yeah, $1,300. That is not going to happen. I refuse to give them any money, and we're going to head down the road and I'll find them somewhere else. And even if I wind up paying more money, I'm good with that. So that's all I got to say about that. And we are heading out now. You guys go back to last night and let's end this video. So this is our closing night here in Quartzsite, Arizona. Gonna do our last campfire here with Kevin and Don and Lori and Brian. Oh yeah, and Lori too. And
Included, I guess.
yeah, we're gonna include her. But we've had a good time here.
It was a total surprise. Like, we thought we were just coming for 2 days and that's about it. And we thought it was like gonna be dusty, but let's go through it quick. And we found out that there's a lot of beautiful people here, a lot of stuff to do. So we stayed for a week.
Yeah, absolutely. We had somebody make a comment about everybody here are homeless and hobos, which is just like, just ignorant. Like, you just don't get it. And I think you have to come here to get it, because there are Entegras here, there are Winnebago Tours. I mean, there's some really super expensive coaches here. Yeah, there's
everybody. I mean, there's
Freya
even
too.
Groups for like smaller coaches, like the Class Bs and all that.
Yeah.
So whatever your group or whatever you're into, from the luxury to the small one, you can come here to that group.
There's all of that here. I'm sure there's homeless and hobo here too, but I mean, there's all kinds of people here, including, you know, entrepreneurs and business owners and everything else. And, you know, the RV show is pretty cool. It's not as dusty and nasty as everybody thought, or it's not as dusty and nasty as I thought.
The tent is like 70%.
Just 70% random stuff, yes.
And 30% RV stuff, but the little RV stuff that they have, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The sunsets have been gorgeous. The campfire talk has been amazing, and so we've had a good time. But this is where we're going to call this one. So if this is your first time here, it'd be awesome if you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date on all of our travels. It would be equally as cool if you like the video, and we'll see you again next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Subscribe.
Bye. Safe travels.
Thumbs up.